For this I was born.
I know you're not expecting anything, and I think it's very noble of you to not just want to take money from a random stranger. And you know, I think that's noble, in fact, and it's worthy of being recalled and being on video. I'm going to give you just a little something here.
Thank you so
Bless
much.
you, sir. You're very welcome.
For this I came into the world.
Good. I'm here at this beautiful park. There's a lot of construction going on, which is good. I welcome any and all distractions, but there is one distraction that I don't particularly care for. So I was on my way to the beach with Nite, this beautiful Corso, and it starts to stink in here. So I'm hoping he's just gassy and didn't drop a shit diddly it in here on me. Good weight. You see how I don't have to tell him to stay or anything? Looks like there's nothing but loose change. My Louis Vuitton. Handsome. You see how I didn't have to tell him? Well, I fucked up. I wasn't planning on stopping here. I only stopped here. Good sit. So that I could check and make sure that he hadn't soiled the sanctity of my van. Doesn't seem like he has. Okay, well, you know what? Since we're here, we'll go to the beach afterwards. But look, even though he's not under any command, I wasn't ready for him to sit up. So I placed him in the sit, and that's what I'm gonna do. And to the new uninitiated here, you'll see that I train dogs a lot differently than your average trainer. Number one, I specialize in the Malosers, the Mastinos, the what I call band dogs. Presa Canarios are Spanish band dogs, and this is an Italian Mastiff, which to me, Canecorso, is also a Italian band dog. Yes? So what I mean is I'm not going to be giving him a lot of commands, just as I didn't command him when I opened that van. I expect him to wait until I give him the freedom, the liberty to step outside. So speaking of liberty, I'm gonna start off with the very first thing that your favorite trainer is doing, even if he's not admitting to it, and I'm going to admit to it here. But before I do, I'd like you all to check out or see that thing there. You can scan that and it'll take you to my Instagram. If you're not already following me on Instagram, you should be. Yeah, that way you can kind of keep up with me and see what I'm doing on the daily with my babies, my beloved dogs in my care. Good. So these dogs have been reunited for a few days. They were getting along particularly well, but then she came into heat. So we're gonna reward my boy Nite for a good training session. Oh, hey, be careful with that. Good sit. Pretty. You took it from there. Good. Good shit. Oh, pretty baby. She's taking a piss, baby. Okay, I'm gonna let them play for a little bit. He just did awesome with his training. Go play with the balls and stuff, Papa. Good. Spooky, huh? So watch, the very first thing that you want to do is you want to give your dog time to check their P-mail when you get to a new place. He's never been to this park. Go bananas is how I give them their free time. That basically means at ease. So now he is not necessarily tasked with good potty, my love. That's a really good spot. So he's not necessarily tasked with staying at my left, sitting when I stop, but I do want him to refrain from yanking my damn shoulder out of socket or anything that might cause me utter humiliation, specifically with these Crocs on. I intend to go to the beach with him, but since I had to make this detour and I took him out, I decided that I'd give him a little training session. And I tell you, there's a big ass possibility he's gonna drop a heavy one out here, because in almost all of my training videos that you can watch on my channel, you see how he's already at my heel without me asking him? This is the effect of the good word theory of habituation. I'll explain that here shortly, but what I was gonna say is that, before I digress, is he typically, after a car ride, he likes to drop a massive, make a deposit. He likes to have his constitution. I gave him plenty of opportunities before I left to do his business, but almost every time, without fail, he fucked around and dropped on me. So that might happen now, and if it does, I'm gonna have to I thought I stepped in some, but that's like an ant pile. I'm gonna have to grab some. So I figured better for him to dump it here where people halfway expect it as long as you clean up than at the beach where it's just so unsightly. Jeez, although it is easier to potentially clean it up at the beach. So while we wait to see if he's going to have his constitution, good sit. He's actually doing so well, yeah? He's giving you an example of what the good word theory is, of what I'm talking about, habituation. So the reason I don't like giving the dogs commands, I do teach the dogs the commands in addition to hand signals, okay? So this would be sit, this would be stay, this would be down, this would be come here. This is the most impractical one because when you call your dog, he's unlikely to be looking at you. See, I can do this all day long, he's not looking at me. The other thing is I don't call the dogs to me from a stay. That's just for show. It doesn't have any practical application. In fact, whenever you see a trainer call their dog to them from a stay, the recall, they're just fooling you. That dog, of course, is gonna, if I tell this dog the S-T-A-Y and I walk away from him and I call him, he's gonna come to me because he'd rather come to me and be moving than to be still and know that I am, for lack of a better term, like his God. Yes? And I tell you, the reality of things is you want to always keep the dog in the stay and come back to them so that they learn a very valuable lesson that you're always going to return to them. Teaching a dog to be still also helps their mental, let's call it acuity. Am I wrong about that? Am I using that word improperly? If so, let me know down there. But it does help a dog find peace. It's no different than you learning how to meditate, you learning how to pray, you learning how to be still, like it says in that wonderful psalm. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. There's so much wonderful things that can happen if you learn to quiet your mind. You know, in a type of meditation, I want to tell you that they talk about the ocean and how the ocean, although it could be ravaging and raging at the surface, somewhere deep below, there's calm, there is a stillness. So be still. Yes? You see how this dog is being still? And I'll show you, even without me giving him a command. Good. I dropped the leash, yes? And I'm reading his body language. He's doing a good job though. Handsome. This is a beautiful beast. Good. So I'm going to touch him. When I touch him, it is my way of telling him non-verbally that I want him to walk with me. Touch is a release, therefore. So if I come to a stop and he sits and I pet him, then I am going to technically be releasing him. And in that situation, I'm going to give him 3 to 5 seconds to make it before I do anything else. So I'll show you. Before I show you, I'm hoping that he fails to sit. He knows he's supposed to. That's why I'm saying that he fails, that he sins. You know, I believe that after my near-death experience, the only sin in life is knowing what to do and not doing it. So he knows he's supposed to sit. When I come to a stop, if he doesn't sit, I'm going to choose to remind him. Now you see that nip right there? That is a reminder in the context of the act of healing. That same nip, if I were to do it, were he to fail to sit, would come across as a punishment. So a reminder would be a bite as opposed to a quick nip. So when I come to a stop here, if he doesn't put his butt on the ground like he just demonstrated, humiliated me, you saw, that was me reminding him. And I am being exaggerated. Hello, I am being a little bit exaggerated with my application and the pulling, but you want to pull up towards your right shoulder blade. Okay, so watch. I'm going to walk, and now I'm going to come to a stop. Oh, and now because he got ahead of me, I'm going to nip him and I'm going to rotate 360 degrees, and that's going to prompt him to put his butt on the ground. There's all types of crows and ravens and squirrels out here. I'm hoping he sees one of them and that it darts past him so that I can test his resolve. He's done really good with the cats at my place. So again, back to what I'm saying, it's very important to know when to use the different techniques within training. Good. So for example, as I was saying earlier, I don't ever call the dogs to me. I like to do a counterclockwise circle around them before I release them, and then it's important that you pause for 3 seconds before you release them. Otherwise, you're going to have a dog who, much like other professional trainers' dogs, is antsy upon your return and breaks before they're given the opportunity to. So again, unless I tell him, even grabbing the leash isn't enough for him to stand up, I'd have to touch. Good. So I'll demonstrate that. So look, whenever I turn, if he turns with me and were I not recording, I would say good heel. But because I'm recording, I'm failing in that aspect. But when I come to a stop, good sit. Watch what I'm going to do. So this is why you want to pause for 3 seconds when you come back up to your dog. That way you can come, pause, 1, 2, 3, and then step away. You see that? In fact, when your dog is further along in training, you need to try to tempt him. Come test him. Test him so that he can see what you're made out of. Make him keep faith. Nothing is 100% in life, yes? And in the same way that the Lord sent Christ in the wilderness to be tempted, send your dog into the wilderness to be tempted. Specifically, send them to my wilderness. Yes, if you can comfortably afford it, by all means, do reach out. Look, good stay. You see? Thought about it, huh? So sometimes I'll switch it up and come back to him. But one thing that I never switch up is pausing for 3 full seconds before I acknowledge him. Handsome. Good. So again, in this context, if I turn and he doesn't turn with me in a promptly manner, a nip is not a punishment, more so a reminder, kind of redirection, obviously. If I, instead of nipping, I just apply constant pressure in the context of a heel, which means from the walk, it's going to make him sit, and it's going to be complete miscommunication. I think somebody left their bags there. Oh no, that's not somebody's bags. That's somebody. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Good. Bless his heart. Good. Hey there, bud. You doing all right? I thought you were somebody's luggage and stuff. Good. Handsome. Good. You doing all right?
I'm good. I'm good.
You just hanging out, huh?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Listen, I'd like to give you I gotta go get it out of my van, but I'd like to give you a couple of dollars, a few dollars.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna give you something, sir. That way you can have something to eat or whatever.
I got food.
Well, I appreciate it, sir, but let me just do that for you. Yes, I meant to go to the beach, but I was stopped here thinking this dog took a shit in my van, but he didn't. So I knew the Lord sent me here for a reason. It was for some other shit, and
Okay.
I just gotta go get it out of my van. I don't think I have it on me, but I'd like to give it to you. I know you're not asking for anything. You're not looking for any gifts. You don't happen to have a Cashapp, do you?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
My parents take care of me. They bring me food and cigarettes.
What a blessing.
Yes.
Well, listen, when they come back out, don't turn their blessing away. Take it. You don't got to tell them about this blessing, but you're about to catch a blessing, yes? All right, let me go and put my boy up. Yeah, he's cool, man. I'm a dog trainer, and you know, let me go and get that stuff.
All right.
And let me just try to catch him off guard a little bit. Believe it or not, I need to find reasons to punish him, okay? So I'll be right back, sir. Sorry to interrupt your nap. At least the weather is kind of decent for a nap, huh?
Nice and windy.
Yes, sir. Nice and windy. I'll be right back. Pardon me. Good. Awesome. Okay. So, change of plans. We're about to go and help this gentleman and just speed it up so that he can get back to his napping. I'm actually going to load him up in my van. Thereafter, hey, handsome. Good. This dog's doing so well. And guess what? Not only is that gentleman blessed, but I too am blessed because he didn't drop a big old shit out here, which makes me infinitely happy. But this dog is a joy. See how he's come a long way. In fact, the lovely people that transported him to me, it took 2 of them to let him out of his kennel, grab him, leash him up, and then he almost knocked that girl off her feet. He said, careful. He pulls. He definitely pulled. He gave me a lot of that. Oh, see, he's just all squirrel. So look, watch what I'm gonna do. Look. Nip, rotate, nip. So imagine that I'm walking and there's a clock in front of me always at 12 o'clock. This would be 3. Right behind me would be 6. To my left would be 9 respectively. So what I want to do is clockwork. The dog starts to do what he just did over that squirrel. I nipped while he was at 12. Started rotating, nipped at 3, 6, and 9. You see what I mean? So you do that in one swift movement. And now, speaking of being swift, with the swiftness of the kids used to say a while back, I'm gonna load this beauty up and see about giving this gentleman some cash. Good. Good sit, my love. Good. Up. Good, my love. Good weight. I can smell that fresh tobacco all the way from over there. I guess I was downwind of you, sir. All right, buddy. I know you're not expecting anything, and I think it's very noble of you to not just want to take money from a random stranger. And you know, I think that's noble, in fact, and it's worthy of being recalled and being on video. I'm going to give you just a little something here.
Thank you.
Bless you, sir. You're very welcome. Listen, you don't have a Cashapp or anything like that, right? Where people can help you or send you a couple of bucks here and there?
No.
You know what a Cashapp is, though, yeah? Okay, yeah. You don't look like
I've heard of it.
you heard of it, yes, sir. Well, listen, so many good things are coming to you, sir. You're very handsome. You got a lot going for you. You even look like fucking James Dean smoking that cigarette right now. All right.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So, I know eventually you'll get on your feet and things will be good. May the Lord bless you, sir, and keep you. Yes.
Yes,
The Lord
sir.
be with
Thank
you.
you
Bless
so
you so
much.
much. Yes, sir, for sure. I'm glad I ran into you. Hell, I'm glad my dog didn't react. All right, bless you, sir. Have a good one. Yeah. Good. Awesome. Good, my love. So handsome, baby. Good. Yeah, you deserve that. Awesome, huh? Thank you all so much for watching, especially since you stuck around until the very end. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and paw the bell so you'll be notified when I upload another video. My name is ErwinValderramos. I'm the dog messiah. I'm the lover of dogs and persons. And make no mistake,
For this I was born.
go tell them.
For this I came into the world.
If you could comfortably afford a dog training program, there's no place better. I'm in the Houston, Texas area, and I specialize in lodge and learn programs for dogs all across the country. Bless you all. Good.